Alrighty, what is going on, Pats Nation? You guys already know who it is. Patriots Colby here back with another video. And in this one, you're reading the title correctly. I want to touch on DeAndre Hopkins. I want to touch on the rumors. I want to give a little bit of an update on what's going on. I haven't really touched upon DeAndre Hopkins in a while on this channel. The last time we heard about it, the Patriots were one of the teams interested. Obviously, a lot has come out. A lot of things are kind of dictating at each other. So I kind of just wanted to break down what we are hearing and kind of share some of my thoughts and try to give some direction on where things are going to go. You saw the thumbnail, Hopkins or no Hopkins. And I'm going to kind of break down what we've been hearing and my ultimate thoughts on, are the Patriots in? Are the Patriots officially out? So before we get into that video, though, I do want to quickly remind anybody who is not a Patreon member that, hey, if you are interested in becoming a Patreon member, the link to that is always in the description below. Only $10 a month. It's the best way to support the channel. I know a lot of you, when I go live, like to donate. That's another great way to support the channel. But here, you're actually getting some benefits, and it's only one charge for $10 every single month, and you can obviously cancel at any time. One of those benefits is joining a Discord chat with me and other Patreon members where we just talk Patriots football. We hit on breaking news right away. We talk about the future of the Patriots. We talk about NFL moves in general. We're talking about the draft a lot right now. So anything involving New England and just the National Football League in general is what we talk about. But the best thing that you guys have really liked is that Patreon members do get to come on the channel during my live streams, kind of share some of their opinions and take some questions with me involving the Patriots. This is where you can cement your opinions on the New England Patriots live on this channel forever. And of course, you can join our live watch party for round one on draft day if you are a Patreon member. Like always, link to that is in the description below. DeAndre Hopkins, man. DeAndre Hopkins. It seemed like he was primed to be a New England Patriot just a few months ago. He wants out of Arizona. The question mark is, where is he going to go? The question mark is not, is he going to be traded? He wants out. He's made it vocal. He wants out. They have a new head coach. They're building a new culture there. They can get, almost $20 million of their cap pretty much freed up for the Arizona Cardinals if you trade him. So why there wouldn't be a trade would make no sense. A trade is imminent at this point. It's just a question mark on where he's going to go. And it seemed like the Patriots were one of the top destinations for DeAndre Hopkins pretty much all offseason long up until this point. Now, I know we've had a lot of conflicting reports. I know that some reports have said we're officially out. The Patriots are not officially out. There is no report that has come out saying New England has officially backed out of the sweepstakes. They are not in it. Also, you can't really take everything you hear for a fact, right? We've heard so many different reports that it's hard to exactly dictate what the exact situation is. So what I would tell Patriots fans is that the Patriots have been interested this whole time. From everything I'm hearing, no report has said the Patriots are just dead out of the water for DeAndre Hopkins. So until he is officially traded to a team that is not the Patriots, assume that they have a level of interest in DeAndre Hopkins, okay? To what that level might be, that's up for debate, but there is 100% a level of interest here for New England in D-Hop. And Pac-Man Jones, former NFL player, still a very good friend of DeAndre Hopkins, was on the Pat McAfee show the other day, and he actually listed a few teams that are interested in DeAndre Hopkins. Like, he broke this news. He said, "My source says that D-Hop is getting hot right now," Jones said. "Interest is heating up. 5 teams are on that list." Now, who are the teams? The Atlanta Falcons, the Baltimore Ravens, the Buffalo Bills, the Las Vegas Raiders, and the New England Patriots. Now, unfortunately for the New England Patriots, they're not the front runners anymore. To make matters worse, the front runners are their in-division rival Buffalo Bills. You've heard that correctly. The new favorites And the team that looks like it's a front runner is the Buffalo Bills. They are a legitimate team to now land DeAndre Hopkins. Now, how they're going to free up the money for DeAndre Hopkins beats me, but you can manipulate cap. We've seen it so many times. So I'm not totally shocked if the trade is to happen. But this is the last thing you want if you're a Patriots fan, just in terms of they're already hard to beat, especially when they play the Patriots. They just play us different than the way they play other teams. They just seem more motivated, which I take total confidence in that. That just makes me feel better. Doesn't make me feel worse. Like, you clearly don't like us for a reason. But the last thing Patriots fans need, or any AFC East team needs, is for the Buffalo Bills to get more deadly, for them to have bigger splash play potential, and DeAndre Hopkins is going to give them that. So even if the Patriots do trade for D-Hop, not only are you getting a wide receiver one for yourself, but at that point, you're also preventing your East rival from getting one of those guys also. So New England is definitely interested and has a level of interest in DeAndre Hopkins. I just think at this point, it's a matter of the asking price. And I think where New England is kind of headed in terms of, if we're going to trade for a wide receiver, this is the type of guy we're going to trade for. Now, according to Jeff Howe of The Athletic, the Patriots had early conversations with the Arizona Cardinals about Hopkins, but things, and I quote, aren't expected to go much further unless the Pats undergo a substantial change in philosophy. He also went on to say that the Cardinals are under a new leadership, and that any trade for Hopkins would essentially amount and result to a salary dump for the Cardinals. So the Cardinals are looking more to dump a salary and gain some cap space more than trying to get a load of draft capital. And I take a couple of things from this. One is, we knew that the Cardinals wanted a second and more for DeAndre Hopkins. It recently came out that the Patriots made an official offer, which I made a video on, official offer for Jerry Jeudy. That reported offer was a second and fourth. If the Patriots are offering a second and fourth round pick for Jerry Jeudy, there is no world in which the Patriots are offering a second round pick for D-Hop, and I don't even think they are offering a third round pick for DeAndre Hopkins. And I think the thing that really set this into motion was the trade that happened a few weeks ago, or not a few weeks ago, but about a week ago, between the Dallas Cowboys and the Houston Texans. Brandon Cooks gets traded to Dallas for a fifth round pick. A fifth round pick. I think that set everything into motion. And once that trade happened, it seemed like the D-Hop to the Patriots talk started to die down. Right now, I think New England is still in, like I said, on a certain level for D-Hop, depending on that asking price, because New England is not going to give up high draft capital. Again, especially after you look at what they reportedly offered for Jerry Jeudy. So if they still want a second round pick, if they want a third round pick, and there are teams offering to give that up, the Patriots are not, I repeat, the Patriots are not going to entertain it. And they'll say, you know what? You want to pay that money for D-Hop, a guy who's on the wrong side of 30, has had some issues staying healthy, has a massive contract at this point in the offseason after free agency, has not officially, but pretty much died down. Go ahead. We're going to back up. And that's where it kind of changes into this idea of what Jeff Howe said as a substantial change in philosophy. And what he means by that is, I think New England's looking at, you know what? We want a wide receiver one. New England is in the trade market, my friends. Do not let this confuse you. They're in the trade market for a wide receiver one. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but they are definitely in the market, and they are definitely snooping around. I can confirm that for you. But you look at what New England's doing, whether that's, Jerry Jeudy, whether it's Courtland Sutton, these guys are still younger than D-Hop. These guys still have several years in the NFL. Courtland Sutton obviously less than Jerry Jeudy, but they're still in their 20s. They're not on the wrong side of 30. And the Patriots at this point want to bring in a guy that can be the wide receiver one for Mac Jones for 4 to 6 years at least. You bring in D-Hop, and I think D-Hop plays really well for you in 2023. I have no doubt in my mind that D-Hop is going to play at a high level in 2023. The question mark is going to be, how's he going to perform after 2023? Are you going to get D-Hop for a 1-year rental, essentially, get one good year out of him, and then that's where he starts to deslope? Because at that point, giving Mac Jones a true wide receiver one just kind of extended Bill Belichick's hot seat. That's all it did is push things a little bit further on. You get a wide receiver one for 1 year, but that's not what you want. You want a wide receiver one for several years under your quarterback. Getting your quarterback a true wide receiver one in their third year has been a proven substantial change for young quarterbacks heading into their third year. A.J. Brown to the Eagles, Tyreek Hill for Tua Tagovailoa and the Dolphins, massive differences. And I don't think the Patriots want to bring in a guy who, again, is going to just kind of serve as potentially a 1 to maybe 2-year rental for that, which is why they're looking at somebody young like Jerry Jeudy, and they're looking at these other guys that can kind of come in and be a serviceable option for them for several years. So, like I said, I think New England is still in and interested on DeAndre Hopkins. I can guarantee you they're still going to ask around. They're going to sniff around the situation. They're going to keep their feet wet in this situation, but I don't think they're necessarily diving in the pool right now when it comes to DeAndre Hopkins and are going to give up the house in order to acquire him. I think that they're a little bit on a different page with what they're looking for if they're going to trade for a wide receiver and they're going to take on that salary cap, or they're going to have to give up draft capital. They want it to be a guy that, again, is going to be around here for a while. But what are your guys' thoughts on this DeAndre Hopkins news? Patriots obviously aren't as into things as they were before, but they're still in it, still a level of interest. Again, Pac-Man Jones confirmed that for us. So what are your guys' thoughts? Let me know in the comment section below. Remember to leave a big like on this video, and of course, subscribe to the channel for all of your New England Patriots news. I appreciate you guys for watching.